Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have a liftoff.
Yeah, once again, we have liftoff. I want to thank you for tuning in today. Or actually, me and Rob want to thank you for tuning in today because it's not just the Big Truth podcast. It is the Big Truth / Crazy Gentleman hybrid smash up, whatever you want to call it, podcast, right?
That's right. No plans. Just, I don't know. What would we call this? You hear that, right? It's like feedback in there?
No, it's someone on the fucking grinder or something. I might have to tell him to stop that. Hey, keep the grinding to a minimum. Or shut that door. We're getting off to an awesome start. We're broadcasting live from Chophead Custom Cycles. It's the middle of the day, so it's a work day. Yeah, that's what happens, right?
It's hard to find good help these days.
This is where you'll know the true caliber of how much we don't edit this. Should we start over or should we just keep fucking rolling?
Keep going.
All right,
dude.
that's what I'm saying. Because we're not going to edit it out because it's beyond capabilities. We're just going to keep it going. So Rob's in town. He's doing a tour of New England. Going to record a bunch of episodes for his podcast, The Crazy Gentleman. He stopped here on his. He landed here from Long Island, New York, the ferry, and. So we've both been podcasting about the same amount of time, and we have a lot of shared interests, and we probably have a lot of shared listenership. So we're just doing a special little one-off combo fucking platter for you. So we're going to release it on both our platforms on the same day, and it'll be something cool. It's an experiment. It's a mashup, right? That's
it, man. Right. Yeah, this table looks like a fucking mashup today.
Yeah, dude. Like, this is, we try and make it sound like a professional operation, but it's a fucking, we're in an old school fucking motorcycle shop. And this table is, when it's not used for the podcast, it's used for parts cleaning, whatever, assembly, whatever. I'm sure there's been more than one transmission assembled on this table and whatever, So yeah. It is what it is, right? So
leftover party remnants.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah. Plenty of that. The last thing that was recorded on this was the last M4. So absolutely. So, yeah, man. So you're in town. You're going to be why don't we talk a little bit for people that aren't as familiar with the Crazy Gentleman podcast? And I feel like we're flying into this for all the listeners. We're flying into it. We didn't have a preconceived notion or a plan of what we were going to talk about. We just said, hey, let's do a mashup one. You're in town. We were going to hang out. You want to come see the new bar and everything. We've known each other a long time, so this is kind of funny, right? Like, we're just going to do whatever. So why don't we can go back and forth with questions or something, right?
Yeah, I feel like we blew our load on that phone call, what was it, a day or two ago?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but we should have just fucking recorded that phone call.
I know. Well, that's how it always is. Like, I'll have a lot of guests, and I'm sure it's like that for you too, right? Like, where you're like hanging out for the day, and then you're like, "Fuck, we got to record the podcast." We've already done like 3 podcasts, or like even on the phone if it's a phone one, like you're shooting the shit for like a half hour, and then it's like, "Oh shit, we should just hit record."
Yeah. I told people that I haven't even done this yet. It's fucking horrible, but my new rule when I show up to a place, I'm just going to be recording the minute I walk in the door.
Yeah.
But I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
But I think that's the real move to make is just start as soon as you get there.
Well, let me know how that works out, because it also could be off-putting. I mean, if it's one of your homies, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if it's someone like, that you don't really know yet, they might be like,
I know. Yeah. You probably just fucking intimidate them before you even get there or start, whatever.
Well, it's easier with that thing, right? With the Zoom.
Yeah. Another thing I get too, because I just use this little handheld device, is you'll be hanging out with people. And then
you forget that's even there.
Well, no. Everyone thinks you're fucking recording all the time, like you're a fucking secret agent or something. I'm like, dude, I don't just walk around with a recorder on all the time.
Yeah,
you know?
You should just walk in with it taped to your chest,
like a GoPro mount. Like
no, like under your shirt, like it's like a fucking like you're wearing a wire. That'll get you in a lot of trouble some places. But yeah, man. So what's your plan? Why don't you just give like a brief synopsis? We should probably both give a brief synopsis since this is going to go out to 2 different listenerships, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we start by giving a brief synopsis of our podcast, like what the Crazy Gentleman is about. I know you've been on my podcast, I've been on yours, so we probably have some people that are, and I know we have a lot of mutual friends, and I'm sure we have a substantial amount of mutual listeners. But for the people that might not know each other, might be good just to do a little quick intro. So
Yeah, I guess that's a I don't know how I would describe that. So my podcast, I don't think is exactly even where I want it to be.
Yeah.
But it is mostly motorcycles, and it always will be.
Yeah.
But
But you go off into hunting and you do other stuff like.
I do. I've had some tattoo artists and musicians and shit like that. And I want to keep. I really want. In an ideal world where I really want to go in the future with this is. Make it like 50% motorcycles, and then really branch more off into the artists, the musicians, just the stranger side of life. If I could, like you had that UFO dude on.
I've had a few now, yeah.
Something like that, man. Just whatever weirdos I meet in life. I would really love if there's a fucking hobo out there listening.
Yeah,
I would really love to do an episode with a hobo that just jumps. Trains,
real deal train jumper.
Real deal.
I know a dude that used to do it. He's not in that life anymore, but I'll maybe get him on there for you.
Yeah, I've met a few. I mean, I work for a railroad too. It's
yeah.
But to find one that would be a good talker too, that's tough. It's tough.
Yeah. Because I'm sure you're dealing with a lot of mental illness, just general distrust issues. You know what I mean, like fucking whatever. But yeah, So, I mean, I think our podcasts are pretty similar in that way where it's like heavy motorcycle influence, but we also delve into other interests. I mean, I don't know anybody in the world. Like, I love motorcycles. That's the primary mission of my life, right? But I don't know anybody that only likes motorcycles and nothing else, right? So it's like everyone's got a story. And sometimes I've had motorcycle guys on the podcast, and we've talked maybe 20 minutes about motorcycles, and then like 2 hours about other bullshit, right? So it is what it is. Like, so if you had to, like, what's not the definition, but like if someone was like going to read the paragraph of what the Crazy Gentleman podcast is, what's that?
I would say my little description on Instagram sums it up pretty good. Motorcycles, music, art, and all the people that make those worlds so special.
All right. So that's, right. Yeah,
and that's a pretty broad brush right there. Like for me, art could be anything, man, from someone who makes sculptures and statues to motorcycles, man. I mean, this whole showroom is art, to me.
Yeah. Well, motorcycle has always been a motorcycles has, especially custom motorcycles, is a balance of form and function and expression and all that shit. Not to get all hippy dippy or whatever, but
when it's done right.
Yeah. But it's also beauty's in the eye of the beholder too, right? Like I never slam anybody for a bike that doesn't appeal to me aesthetically. To say it, that way. But you know what I mean. But I'll only call something out if it's fucking dangerous and they're trying to sell it. You know what I mean? Like, Like that thing's a death trap. Don't fucking put that on eBay or whatever. Like, because people are fucking shitheads and don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And it's like that's the only time I'll call anything out. But like, you know what? And what I find is right, like. Some dude may pour their heart and soul, and that's their vision of what the perfect bike is. And it's like, you don't like it, like I don't like it, you don't like it, whatever. I ain't gonna slam that dude. Like that's fucking lame. You know what I mean? That's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But if that dude's trying to sell it to some kid and it's got fucking sketchy shit on it, and if that bike's gonna fall apart, cracked frame or some bullshit, like fuck that. I'll call that out in a second.
Yeah. There's a lot of that too, man. It's especially like I don't know if you started before the whole chopper boom or not. I don't know what year did Chopperhead become a business or
officially 2001, so before the boom.
Yep. Okay. So
but we were building stuff before that, but just for ourselves and just for a couple of years before that.
So you saw the whole thing then, like through that boom when guys just got into motorcycles because they thought that's where the fast money was. You saw so much garbage back then. I mean, you still see garbage, but there was some real...
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
non-functioning garbage
that people were paying $65,000 for. I had this conversation with everyone in the industry all the time. I'm like, where'd all the dudes that were spending $65,000 to buy these fucking garbage, fucking 350 fucking tire fucking barges? Like, where's everybody now, man? Like, fuck, man, I'll build you one. No, I wouldn't ever do that, but but yeah, man, like, where'd that whole, you know, what happened is all the TV shows died, and then like the people that are still around have a more genuine interest in actually riding their motorcycle. So, you know, a lot of that death trap, fucking not high end, but high end price wise garbage is kind of fallen by the wayside. Like,
yeah,
because I've got customers that bring those in and like, yeah, this is my $65,000 mistake. I'm like, dude, I could have built you 4 fucking rad bikes for that price. You know what I mean? Like, or 3 at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know where I think a lot of that money went to is to the dealers.
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of a sign of our society. Everyone wants these newer bikes, and I don't know, man. A lot of these guys, I don't know. I feel like society. It amazes me that all these like CVO garbage wagons are selling as much as they are. I feel like that's just what society wants, because those fucking things are like $60,000, dude.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. You get a paint job and maybe like some Screaming Eagle upgrades. That's the extent of what a CVO is, right? You know, as far as what I've seen, you know.
Yeah, there's nothing crazy about them. And it's like even these CVOs, these guys are still dumping tons of money into them afterwards at the dealers.
That's Harley's whole business model, right? They know you're going to buy a new bike, and before that bike even leaves, and they even try and roll it into the deal. So it's like roll it into your
the payment.
The payment. You're going to leave with pipes, bars, air cleaner, maybe a seat. But at minimum, you're probably doing bars, and you're probably doing pipes and an air cleaner, like before you even.
Sure.
And that's an extra, few grand that gets tacked onto your loan. And but that's how these business models. And I'm going to go as far as to say, I think for a while they purposely were making fucking shitty bars. Like if you saw I'll show you some out back, right? And I'm not an ergonomics expert, and I want to hire one to prove this. Like, if you look at some of the old bars that would come on street glides or some of the touring bikes, like if you picture around we're not videoing this, so this is me and Raw talking. But like if you put your arm out like that, right? This shoulder's so bad it's hard for me to do. You're right here. They would kick up like this. And as soon as you kick up like this, you don't have as good control, and you activate all these other stabilizing muscles.
Yeah.
And you're going to get fatigued, and those bars suck. I'm like, why is it kicked up at the end? Like, so if you imagine a bar coming up, like say an 8-hanger, and it curves over and say it's 45 degrees, they tip up like an extra 15 degrees facing up. That makes no fucking sense. And for years, those bars were on bikes. And I'm like, motherfuckers are like, this fucking sucks. Like, I need more comfortable bars. And I guarantee they were doing that just to get motherfuckers to change their bars.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, everyone wants to rally behind Harley now. They're a fucking scumbag fucking corporation. But yes, we all love their products, but fuck them, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what?
No, it's true. It's just funny to hear.
Yeah. I don't care what event they sponsor nowadays. Yeah. They put so much custom legislation through and all this stuff and that new fucking legislation where they got in trouble for not being parts voiding a warranty if it wasn't a Harley part. And they're like,
dude, that's
cool.
all bullshit.
They're like, no. So do you know what their loophole was?
No, but I've heard so many different stories about this. It's all bullshit basically.
But this is how slick they are. This is a public service announcement, so you can see how slick they are. They're like, no, it's cool. We'll do it as long as it's 50 state legal. You know how much shit is 50 state legal?
None.
Nothing.
California puts it right out.
So fuck you, California, and your state legislator. Not you guys personally, but you're fucking it up for the other 49 states in the country. So fucking get on your legislators to fucking lay off this shit, and so we can all have fucking whatever pipes and shit we want and won't void warranties or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so there's 2 pipes that are 50 state legal that aren't Harley. You know what I mean? And they're fucking gay and you don't want them. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
They're just as nuded as the ones from the fucking factory for the most part. But who else can we alienate in the industry in the first 15 minutes? You sure you want to put this one on your?
Oh, dude, it's been worse.
I know, dude. I'm just fucking around. So the Big Truth podcast is music, motorcycles, and high weirdness. So it's pretty fucking similar with two peas in a pod, and we reach out in a little bit different directions, but it's the same overarching theme. So I think if you're a listener of my podcast and haven't heard Rob's, you need to go over and check Crazy Gentleman, and he's been on before, so you know who he is, and vice versa. If you haven't heard mine before and you're a listener of the Crazy Gentleman, I hope you come over and check out Big Truth Podcast. We're both on all the same platforms, you know what I mean?
That's right.
We do it legit. You know?
If you guys are listening on mine, as you could already tell in the first 5 minutes, there's a reason they call him Big Truth, because he's telling the truth, man.
Yeah, fucking dump it. Who cares, right? Like, the factory doesn't do me any favors, other than produce, at least now they're starting to produce some all right stuff, you know what I mean? But when I had that fucking shit ass fucking lemon of a fucking Pan America, dude, that I traded in with 400 miles because I didn't know if it was going to run day to day and fucking start up, and had computer problems and they wouldn't stand behind fucking any of it. That's when I was like, fuck this, you know what I mean? Enough's enough.
Yeah. But you're right though. Like, as a corporation and the way they deal with all their bullshit, it's the same as always. They haven't really stood behind. I guess I'll call it the regular people that aren't shoveling fucking piles of money into their dealers. Yeah. The only thing that's changed is, their machines are much better. Like,
of course, yeah.
But that's just through modern, just advancements in technology.
Yeah.
I don't think that's any byproduct of Harley corporate being this fucking awesome machine now.
Well, I think they probably did hire. They're trying to be more in tune with the markets, with trying. Pan America or the Lowrider ST, those are hot bikes, right? Or changes they've made in the new street and road glides. I'm not a bagger guy, but I like them better than some of the old twin cam ones, right? But my whole gripe with Harley is that they've done so much to fuck up the independent and custom world because they want to keep all the money for themselves. But now they are kowtowing to those same audiences, like our worlds, and people are falling for it. You know what I mean? Or they're using our imagery, they're using dudes on choppers with wearing fucking Vans and fucking whatever, you know what I mean? And it's you don't give a fuck about that. It's cool, and that the doctor or lawyer that is your fan base is gonna try and be, oh, that's fucking cool, blah blah blah, or that the young kid who's getting his first sports would be like, oh, that's cool, but real dudes know that that's all a fucking farce, dude. They did so much to fuck independent shops and fucking custom stuff through the years, through legislation and actions. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't just come back out of that, you know what I mean? And looking now, if you want to be a Harley dealer, how much money you got to have in the bank? You know what I mean? You got to have millions, dude. And they're coming out with all kinds of new regulations on size of dealerships and how much is blah blah blah. And it's just fuck, dude. Everyone's gonna get fucked.
Well, they're already. That's why you're seeing so many of these dealers went out of business in the last few years. It's not that they didn't. It's not like they went out of business, but Harley's corporate policies
didn't allow them to function.
They crushed them. They put Harley closed their business basically.
Yeah. And not for nothing, not just slamming Harley. Triumph does the same thing, man. So many Triumph dealerships closed because Triumph corporate policies are so fucking lame. Right. You know what I mean? As far as their dealerships go, so it's hard to stay in business as a Triumph dealer too. And I'm sure other ones as well. I don't care about other ones as much, so I'm not as involved with them. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's a crazy thing. And we do got guys working in the background, so if you hear some grinding or static and stuff, just forgive it on this one. We're usually broadcasting from the back room when the lights are off, but you might hear a customer come in and talk to us. You don't know what you're going to get today. That's what I say. Come along for the ride. It is a rainy day during the daytime, so probably not too many customers are walking through it in a January day in Massachusetts, but you don't know what's going to happen. Just to kind of do a disclaimer there.
Yeah, it'd be nice, though. Maybe a customer walk in, we'll get him on the podcast.
Yeah, man.
See what he's all about.
Yeah, we'll pull Ryan or Shemp or Chris from the back room there and fucking get them saying some dumb shit. But yeah, man, what else is going on, man? So you're going to come down. What's your plan, man? You're in Massachusetts for the weekend?
Yeah, Massachusetts, Maine, New Hampshire, Yeah, I'm just burning out on podcasts because I'm going to be doing some more traveling. Mama Tried's one of them. But I'm gonna kind of be a little busy over the next month, so I'm trying to like stack up a bunch of podcasts. So just cram them in this weekend.
Fuck yeah, man.
I'll just be a burnt out zombie by the end of the weekend
with a sore throat and fucking no desire to talk to anybody.
That's it.
I know, man. It's tough. Do you ever do a couple of podcasts in a row?
Yeah, like days in a row. Yeah. But like this whole weekend, I have 2 or 3
per day,
every day. Yeah. So I've never done that.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. I don't know.
Well, the good thing is you're going to all new places. You're going to you get that amped up like, oh shit, look at all this. You know what I mean? It's, you'll have new stuff to talk about with everybody.
Yeah.
And I know your itinerary. It's all good dudes, all solid dudes. You're doing what? Easy Co, Bone Orchard.
Forever Two Wheels Maine, Fat Man.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I got the low life guys or not. They're still on the fence there. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We're playing that one by ear.
Is it just a time wise or something?
Yeah, like I could only commit to so much. Like I don't know how much time I'm gonna have.
Yeah. You should do another mashup episode. just a big New England fucking and Northeast. Not you'd be on. You're in the tri-state. A big Northeast extravaganza, right?
Right.
What I like is that with all this podcast shit and everything, like the East Coast got slept on for so long, and now people can see that. And of course we talk to people all across the country and world, on our podcast, but at least people can see that there is, a good solid scene out here, and there has been for quite some time. Yeah.
I don't know why the East Coast never really got the credit that it deserves. Like, I don't know, man. That's a weird thing. But podcasts certainly have brought it to life. Like, even if you saw last year, Cycle Source Magazine, they do the voting thing every year, like, all different categories and shit. And I think every single media person was an East Coast guy.
Really?
Like, I mean, like, podcast-wise, and I forgot what the categories were, man, but it was, like, heavy East Coast. There was only a few, like, West Coast guys in there.
Yeah.
Between, like, photographer, I forgot what their categories were. Podcast was one of them. I think you were up there either a year or two ago.
I don't I don't remember.
The only one I paid attention to was last year because I think it was couple of the years, what they called it or something. And I don't remember if Amy put me in or someone else put us in. I don't know, but that's the only reason I even paid attention to last
the motorcycle.
year.
So he's like the prom king and queen?
Something like that. Yeah, I thought it was silly. I didn't even post it on my Instagram because I thought it was pretty silly.
Yeah, well, it'd probably be a little embarrassing, right? Yeah.
It was a little weird, but anyways, it brought my attention to this voting thing that they do.
Yeah.
And it was just all East Coast guys, man.
Yeah. And shout out to Cycle Source. They're good people, like Heather and everybody, Chris. Fucking
yeah, they always put together some rad podcasts too.
Yeah, and they they live out of the fucking van and travel around and just do shit, like, you know what I mean, for motorcycling, and they give a shit, you know what I mean? So it's cool, and they're in it for the long haul, and they've been around for a long time, and they're not going anywhere, and they're trying to resurrect bike shows and fucking, do shit for the motorcycling, and especially custom and chopper worlds, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so they definitely try and keep their finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
They're probably the only magazine publication left that's really got their fucking foot on the dirt, or whatever you want to say,
I feel like
they're there, dude.
Yeah, no.
What other magazine do you see doing that nowadays?
Not much. I mean, it's cool because there's a lot of independent magazines.
Right.
Like almost like zine format, like
The Ton.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get The Ton or whatever.
Yeah. Like even like George's the Smut Butt and stuff. Like, there's a ton of cool stuff like that coming out. There's always gonna be some kind of print, whether it's something that you can still get at fucking, wherever, like Cycle Source and like the Horse and all that stuff. For a while you could get it like Walgreens and shit. I don't think it's like that anymore.
Right.
I think distribution isn't a big thing anymore, but there's always going to be like the punk rock, like pirate, like fucking underground, self-distributed or whatever zines, and that shit's cool, man. Like fucking, like dude brought back Choppers magazine, like that's cool. Like fucking, and what else is going on? Fucking my boy in Texas had, there's so many fucking thing. It's hard to keep up with sometimes. I will always be a sucker for a print magazine. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's a throwback to my day. You know what I mean? Like, I like holding something and looking at it. Like, I look at the phone too long and it's like, your eye hurts. You know what I mean? Like, it's way cooler to me to have like a print media, like that's a cured collection of a procured collection of like photos. Like, people put more time into it. Like, I can take a picture of you right now and post it and it goes worldwide in 0.10ths of a second, right? But someone who really put time into like making sure they had the best photo or pictures possible or the write-up and everything. It just seems like there's more time and care put into something like that than a website. And I'm not saying that this website's are fucking great, you know what I mean? Or people's social media, that's great, but I don't know. It just seems like there's a lot more put into like something that's a final product that you can hold in touch and lasts forever, you know?
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of like the magazine has soul versus there's never going to be a pulse on a website or on a phone.
Yeah.
You know, I like them. Cycle Source is the only magazine I get to my house anymore. And
I don't think there's many that do many subscriptions anymore, yeah?
There is, but the other reason I say I like Cycle Source is kind of like the big dog on the block in this market.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that are putting out that many. I forgot how many a year, maybe 10 or 12. They're putting out a lot, whereas like a lot of these other magazines are quarterly now. They're not a monthly magazine. We're fine.
Yeah.
It's a monthly, and what I like about it too is like you could throw it on the coffee table at your house when you have some people over. It's like some bullshit that people could flip through when they come over. You know, I don't know. It's just cool to have that little character in your hand.
Yeah, if you sit on the shitter, you don't want to be touching your phone, right? Because you're going to get fucking
drop it in the toilet.
Stink fingers on your fucking phone, like, you know what I mean? You're touch the magazine. Who cares? Flip through that. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's cool. What else? So you got a full fucking itinerary, man.
Yeah. I'm excited for Mama Tried too, man. Are you going this year?
No, we're on tour in Europe.
Oh, that's right.
I'm so pissed, man. It's like, you know, it's like COVID, there was 2 years of fucking nothing, and now everything's just all piled. It's like every weekend I feel like I have to make choices. Like, which one am I going to do? Like, you know what I mean? And it's like everything's back, which is awesome. But like, yeah, man, it's just, I'm not going to be back in time. I forgot, and I had to tell, because like me and Bobby, Good Times from Chicago, and Zach from Heavy, we always set up together. Yep. And we have like our little like row of like miscreants row, like, you know what I mean? And it's always fun, man, because like we're all good friends. And I just I flaked out, and I told Zach today, I was like, man, I forgot, like I can't do Mama Tried this year. We're on tour. It's like I told Scott too, like from Fuel and Mama Tried, like because they had me out last year. We did live podcast, which was fucking weird.
Yeah, man.
That's cool.
I think Danger Dan is doing that same thing this year.
Oh, that's cool.
I think he's going to be like their podcast guy this year.
Cool. Last year they did like an array of them, but they had like 4 or 5. It was pretty cool.
Sick.
But yeah, shout out to Mama Tried. It's always a good time, fun show. Milwaukee's a fun town, man.
Fuck yeah.
As I always tell you, you got a city whose economy is based around motorcycle and beer. It's hard to have a bad time in Milwaukee.
Right.
Yeah. Something's wrong with you if you're not having a good time in Milwaukee, or you just fell into the wrong fucking something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, dude, what's up with this European tour?
Some people might know me and my buddy Packer and Craig from Agnostic Front and he's been in like pretty much every hardcore band, and our drummer Corey have a band called American War Machine, just like a heavy, whatever you say, hardcore metal-y type band. And we're on tour with it's like Slapshot, Death Before Dishonor, Risk, and us, and we're doing a few weeks in Europe. It's gonna be fucking crazy. So I'm only saying it because I'm gonna probably pick up one of those Zoom recorders so we can do some podcasts live from the tour bus. There's gonna be like 20 of us on a double-decker tour bus. We're going through Belgium, Germany, France, Poland, Czech Republic, Hungary, right? That's
damn
best. Italy, I think. Every single night there's a show.
Wow.
There's like no nights off. We drive, get to the venue, do the show, like hang out for a minute, get back on the bus, drive to the next country, the next venue. And it's not like we're just doing all Germany in a row. It's like Belgium, Germany, Italy, Germany, Austria, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, so it's going to be bananas.
Just
like,
crisscrossing Europe the whole time, back and forth.
Every night a show, though. I was like, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little weirded out because I've never done that. Like I scream like a fucking jerk. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't know. What's day 3 going to look like? Am I going to even have a voice? I don't know. Figure it out. Figure it out on the road. My boy Wino today called to wish me happy birthday, and he gave me some tips. He's an old, like in the like stoner doom metal world. Like he's the fucking guy. You know what I mean? He's been doing it since like the late 70s, and he's like, oh no, yeah, this is what you got to do. And he gave me a couple tips.
Yeah. Oh fuck, man! I meant to mention that too at the beginning of the show, man. Happy birthday!
Oh yeah, no,
obviously, yeah.
Shit, yeah. It's but we're beyond like the cool ones. It's all just like whatever. Yeah.
But dude, also for anyone else not listening too, you've had Wino on your show.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome episode.
Yeah, he's
go back and listen to that.
He's fun, man. He's we started recording another one. He's been up and hung out at the shop a bunch of times, and we try, and it's just you know how long this takes to do and set up and everything. It's just crazy. He gave me that big sword that's hanging on the wall. It's fucking sick. He's a fucking cool motherfucker though. I love like dudes that have persevered and that are like about it, and like old graybeard dudes that have been involved in whatever scene, whether it's motorcycles or music and whatever genre of music it is, just like fucking grizzled dudes that have like battle tested, that are still around and are still involved and like still love that shit. Like that's what I look up to. Like, you know what I mean? Like I could give a fuck less about all these fucking dudes that come in and out and they're the fucking hot shit for 2 years, and then a year and a half later you never see them again. Like, how long have we both been around? Like, I've seen the changing of the guard 40 fucking times. You know? I fucking roll with the dudes that are fucking lifers and whatever it is, whether it's punk rock, hardcore metal, fucking choppers or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're a tourist, cool. Be a respectful tourist and then break out when it's, like, don't be long. You know what I mean? Like, don't take up space and resources for other motherfuckers that are really into shit.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I never heard you say that before. I'm going to just start calling them cultural tourists.
Yeah, you're a fucking tourist, dude. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's not an elitist thing at all. It's just that I love this shit so much.
Right.
You know,
it's hard.
And it's my whole world. Like, the motherfuckers don't understand that. Like, I had a very easy, well-paid fucking job that I left everything to do this shit and struggle. And I struggle fucking every day. This shit ain't easy. You know how it is. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you, dude. You know what I mean? Like, show... I don't care about me personally, but show this world respect. You know what I mean? Like what you're involved in, because it's fucking cool. And it used to be something really special. And I feel like that's gone a lot. Like now it's just fucking whatever. You know what I mean?
What year do you think shit took a turn in that sense? Like,
but shit took a turn like 4 times, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like 2005, you know what I mean? And you got all these fucking meatballs buying 60,000, like we talked about earlier.
Right.
And then those guys went away and it was like cool again. And then it was like,
so you think
now there's just too much fucking 70s cosplay. I'm like, dude, you're 23. Like, fucking relax.
Right.
You're not fucking Ozzy Osbourne. Fucking cool it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you saw fucking, fucking whatever. You saw some pictures of some gnarly dudes from like the 70s. Like, cool.
Right. Yeah, it was like we were talking before, man. It's so hard to gauge some of these people, man. You got like a fucking 25-year-old kid now. He looks like he's fucking 45, and I'm like, dude, are you trying to fucking do, like, why don't you just...
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you look back, like when I started in this shit in my young 20s, man, I looked like a fucking kid. You know,
yeah.
These kids now, I feel like they're trying to be something. It's just like
I guess to an extent, maybe everyone's trying to do something, but it's like it's not about like at the end of the day, I really don't give a shit. It's just all about your intentions.
Right.
If you really love this and you're showing it respect. Fucking cool. I'll roll with any. You could be fucking 19 and the coolest. I know a 19-year-old that's one of the coolest motherfuckers I know that loves this shit. You know what I mean? And you could be 65 and it's still like it's your intentions and your where your heart is. Like I'm not down with these motherfuckers like little fucking scene stir, passive aggressive little fucking cunts, dude. Like fuck you, dude. Like I got no time for you. Like I'm of an age where I gotta start thinking about like we were talking about. We get professional with this shit, man. Like not a lot of years left on earth. Like I gotta make sure that I can fucking provide for myself and my people around me, like, you know what I mean? And it's got to get serious with it. Like, and I don't got time for bullshit anymore. When I was young, party, fucking go out, be fucking the biggest retard at the show and fucking blah, blah, blah. And we all did it. We were the wild kids, you know what I mean? We were the wild. Look at any Chopperhead DVD from fucking 2003 to 2014, because we were making video content back then, you know what I mean? And we were the fucking wild kids. Like we weren't even invited to a lot of shows because everyone's like, eh. We were banned from like fucking Brooklyn Invitational for how many years? We were banned from all these shows, and we ended up going to them after a while, like when we matured a little bit or whatever. And it's cool, like I'm cool with everybody, but you know what I mean? But I don't know.
That's like the story of Chopperhead. every show you guys go to once and you're not coming back.
It ain't like that anymore, you know. It's cool. Like I don't get time to wild out all the time anymore, you know what I mean? But you know, at the end of the day, it's like really like what I'm concerned with is someone's character, man. You straight up, like, can we do a handshake deal and your word is bond?
Right.
And you fucking really love this shit, like whatever the shit is that I'm involved in. Like I'm equally as involved in motorcycles and like punk rock shit. I've been in it both for fucking decades, like, you know what I mean? And it doesn't mean anything. It's just that's my love for it's grown that much more, and I get that much more time in it. So I take it personally when someone's fucking disrespecting it. You know?
It's hard to not take something personal when it is your whole fucking world. Like when it's what you've lived for fucking 20, 30 years.
And you sacrifice to do it. It's like not a little fucking fun thing for me. Like this is fucking my life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you know, like I don't know. Like, yeah, great. You build a little fucking clapped out fucking sports. Cool. No, it's cool. Like, you know what I mean? Fuck yeah, man. You know, like, and I hope you stay in. But like, you know, like at the end of the day, like if you're gone tomorrow, I don't care. Like, but the motherfucker that I see like at every show and is like stoked and fucking blah blah blah, and is not like trying to be a fucking cool guy and stuff. I fucking love that dude, and I get sad because it's rarer and rarer. You know what I mean?
Right. I wonder that. I know it is getting rarer and rarer, but like I wonder what guys in the, let's say, 70s and 80s thought of kids coming up also.
Every generation is like, fuck them kids. Like, it's what everyone does. Like, I remember being a kid. You too, man.
Yep.
Remember what the Graybeards were like when we were coming around?
Oh, dude.
It was fucking brutal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Those were some angry old men.
And
dude.
you better have some thick ass fucking skin, because they're gonna fucking and they're gonna bust balls. And like, if you can't roll with that, like this ain't for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
dude, especially so like I grew up in New York. You're from Boston.
Yeah.
Dude, those are some of the like ball busting cities. Dude.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Yeah,
you know.
I know. and it's like, and it is, but like anywhere, man. Like, you know, we both traveled the country and the world, right? And it's like you find that pocket of people wherever. Like you can go Southern California. I got a bunch of friends down there. You can bust balls. Like maybe not as intensely, but you can still bust balls and have a fucking good time. You know what I mean? It's just fucking, and dudes, because if you love this shit, you know, like, you know, I don't know. I don't want to also sound like the fucking cranky old guy, because I'm not. You know what I mean? I just don't have time for dumb shit anymore. Like, and I've been thinking about that a lot in the last like year or so. Like, you know, I'm trying to fucking level up, man, and fucking be able to like have a future. You know what I mean? Because there's no retirement for me, dude. I don't got a fucking pension coming. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, like, fuck it. You know, all I have is the shit in this shop and like, or the shit at my other shops or the bar. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You know.
Dude, the bar is so fucking cool. Do you get worried about that a little bit, that you'll like slide back into being a fucking maniac again?
No, because me and Packer both talked about all that stuff heavily before we bought it. One, it's a legacy. It was my father's bar. It was my uncle's bar before that, and then they bought it from the original family. It's the oldest. Well, it's not the oldest. It's the first licensed bar in New Bedford, and after Prohibition. But it's not the oldest. There's been bars that were around even obviously before Prohibition and stuff. But the bar was started by a Prohibition fucking bootlegging family, Prohibition era bootlegging family, and then Prohibition ended. They're like, what are we going to do? And the father's like, well, we're going to stay in the business. Fuck it. We're going to start a bar. You know what I mean? And that's the history of the bar. So it's been a bar since since then. You know what I mean?
Cool, man.
And we'll roll back over there after this and fucking.
Is it an old building? When you walk in, do you get the idea that it's like one of those old bars, you know?
Well, so yes, but because it was so old, it got rehabbed. Mm-hmm. When my father owned it, they rehabbed it. My father and his business partner, they rehabbed it like maybe 7 years ago. So like the bones are so fucking solid, and like me and Packer, all we had to do was like kind of remodel it a little bit, like to shoot for taste, like paint and fucking put up a new mirror and stuff. But you know, it's throwback. We got poker machines. We got, you know, there's shit going on there. You know, it's fun. You know what I mean? It's an old school bar. It's an old school neighborhood bar.
Okay.
It's nothing fancy. It's nothing. There's no like hook. It's not owned by a fucking restaurant group, and it's not soulless. It's like all the old regulars are back, and they're stoked with it. Like what our whole thing was like, we got to build something. Like I can't build CBGBs, right?
Right.
Because
Right.
you're gonna freak out like the 70-year-old old timer that's been going there since he was fucking. I have so many people like that are. We had a bunch of guys that were in their 80s there. They're like, we've been coming here since we were like 16.
Holy
You know what
shit,
I mean?
dude.
So like, they came in and had like a reunion the other day, and so we had to make it so they feel comfortable in there, but also we bring our crowd in, and it's cool, and it's been working out. You know, it's only been open a couple months, but it's working out.
Cool, man.
But I don't-
is there a place for a music venue there? Like can you do a small show?
Yeah,
or
we had
a bar show or something.
we had a show last Saturday. A punk band called The Lost for Words came. They're a known band in the area, and they haven't played in a long time, but they did an acoustic set, and you couldn't put any more people in the bar, and then there was people spilled outside. It was a good turnout for January. It fucking was killer.
Fuck
So shout
yeah.
out to Maddie and Lost for Words, man. Again, thank you guys and everyone else that played. But yeah, man, it was a good time, man. And you probably, if you've listened to our podcast, you've heard me and Packer drunkenly talk about it on one of the M4s. It's called the Dipper Cafe, but it's just a historical spot. You know what I mean? To me, I grew up in there, man. When I was a kid, I always had detention, so I missed the bus. I had to go walk over there from school or get over there from school and on the city bus and wait for my father to be finished and bring me home, whatever. You know, when I was a little kid, I used to just hang out in there. You know what I mean? So. It's a cool room, you know what I mean, for me, you know what I mean? But yeah, so the good thing is, though, we got a good staff and it's fully staffed. So to answer your question the long way about, we talked about this, we don't work the bar.
Right.
Unless someone calls out, you know what I mean? We go in and do the business end. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, like, having to learn how to do, like, actual real payroll and all that, like, legit business stuff, not like fucking underground businesses, you know what I mean? Like, fucking,
Right.
And, you know, so, you know, we got it all set up over there, but it works pretty easily. We just go in there and make sure, you know, do all like the manager type shit. You know what I mean? I don't have to spend a ton of time there, and I don't want to spend a ton of time there because I know if I get wrapped up and when I am there, I try not to drink that much unless it's like a special occasion or a party or something. You know?
Right. Do you?
Can't shit where you eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't get high on your own supply, man.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, it's not in the motorcycle industry. So like, I'm sure you got some normies working for you. Do you find yourself having to like check yourself and talking to those people?
100%,
different?
absolutely. 100%, absolutely. Like the tattoo shop and Chop Head are like fucking pirates dens. Like it's like
Right.
whatever. Like, hey, fucking dick, come over. You know, I can't do that to like, you know, this is like one of our normal bartenders.
Yeah.
Like I do have one old friend. You know what I mean? Like no, but you know, at the same time, it's an East Coast fucking bar, so everyone there is a ball buster. You know what I mean? Like so,
Right.
it's cool. Yeah, but it is definitely, you know, dealing with staff that it's hard, man, because I don't surround myself with new people a lot.
Right.
Like everyone here, I've known for fucking years. The dude Chris and Shemp, I've both known for over 20 years that are working here. And Ryan, I've known for, I don't know, at least 5-10 years. You know what I mean? So, and at my tattoo shop, it's my brother Dan, you know, and Jen and my boy and Fred Smith, the old skater who works over there. I know people I've known a long time. Like so it was weird hiring new people that you don't know as much, but they were all based off recommendations and stuff. We got a couple of the old bartenders back. One of my boys bartends, and then we got some new people like that we know from the area, but don't know super well. But like people have vouched for. So, yeah, man. So the best piece of advice I ever got is hire slow, fire fast.
Hire slow, fire fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And just be cool and fair with everybody. But if someone fucks up, like we've already fired people.
Really?
Yeah. But you know, this is what it is. Like, you know, like you leave early on your first shift and call out in your second shift. You don't have a work ethic I need. You know what I mean? Like,
Damn.
but we also take care of everybody. Like, you know, people, we hook up our people. Like, you keep good people around, give them incentive to want to stay around and feel invested in it because it's their place too. Like, when there's a bartender working a shift, it's their bar, not mine. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like technically I own it, but like whatever they say goes. You know what I mean? Like it's their bar. You know,
Right.
for the most part. Like no, you can't give every drink away or pour heavy. You know what I mean? Like but
Have you had your first bar fight yet?
you're an asshole. Now I gotta fucking no. I've had to throw a few people out, but no fights yet.
Okay.
But that bar, what used to be known as like kind of one of the. You ever heard the term bucket of blood?
No.
So it was like an old kind of like nautical sailor thing. Like every city, like port city, had the bar that was kind of like the rough place. They called it the bucket of blood. Like, where's the bucket of blood? Like if you got into a new city, like you know what I mean. And then you could go there and it was kind of the rough and tumble. Dipper used to be the New Bedford's bucket of blood, and and New Bedford's a gritty city. You know what I mean. So, but it's cool there now. It's super comfortable. Like I said, everyone's cool for the most part. People, unfortunately with alcohol, some people get a little dumb, and you got to escort people out every now and then. But I worked as a doorman for so many years. It's like second nature,
Right. Okay.
I'm being very political and diplomatic
No, I expect nothing less from you. Yeah, man. So, that's cool. When do you set sail for Europe?
February 2nd.
Dude, I got a fun fact for you. If you're going to drop that on me, I fucking quit drinking.
Oh,
I'm fucking totally sober right now.
Awesome. So am I.
Crazy, yeah.
But I'm going to drink this because I feel like I'm being a little dry.
Yeah, dude, so I got a goal. The last time I drank was on my birthday in September. And I'm trying to be 1 year sober. I'm gonna drink again on my birthday in September. That's my goal.
What is the
I've never quit for this long my entire life.
What was the reasoning behind it? If you don't mind sharing it. If it's too personal, it's cool.
No, not really, man. Like, basically, it was just getting in the way of my fucking goals. Just some goals. Like, we've been talking about a lot of shit that I want to kind of fire off. And if I'm going to at least fucking start some of this shit, get the ball rolling, I got to kind of focus a little more.
Yeah.
I kind of had to stop lying to myself about, like, basically being I'll call it like too good of an alcoholic. I don't know how to, like a functioning.
Yeah, high functioning.
High functioning. Yeah, it's like, I mean, the bottom line is it's not exactly high performance, Yeah. It's not a performance enhancing drug.
Sure.
So, basically I wanted to, my goal was to lay off for a year and chase a few goals,
Yeah, man.
That's really why.
Yeah.
Try and get some shit done.
Fuck yeah, man. I get it. I know if like I said, if anyone watched the old DVDs, like they think we're just fucking maniacs all the time. But I'm lucky in that, and I know I'm lucky in that I can go like 2 weeks without drinking a drop, and I don't give a shit. Like, doesn't bother me at all. Like, I'll drink when I'm out socially and just to have a good time, and then like I know people that have to drink every day. Like I know I'm lucky in that I don't got to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll drink to like have a good time, get wild. You know what I mean? But then the next day I'm like I won't drink for a week afterwards. Like,
yeah,
because it's like you said, you buckle down. Like, I'm sure it's like for you too. Like, I work 7 days a week. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get time to like fuck around and fuck up. Like, I can't afford to not go somewhere the next day because I have a hangover.
Right.
And then I'll still go when I have a hangover, and then I'm not as productive. You know what I mean? So I try not to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, mine was a little mix of all that.
Yeah.
It was getting in the way, dude.
Yeah. I think there's a certain but the thing is too, is like after you quit for a year, man, you probably approach it different when you do go back, or you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's how I look at it, is like if I quit for a year, I think it'll be a good reset button.
Yeah.
And kind of teach me how to control it. I don't know. I'm just kind of like spitballing here,
No, that's cool.
Because, I mean, throughout the year, I did try, like all of 22, I was trying like on and off to quit very unsuccessfully. This is the most successful run I've had so far. Like I said, since September, and we're in January now.
Yeah, you're like 4 months in, 5 months in?
Yeah. And like my whole adult life, man, I never went more than 5 days. That was... Yeah, since a teenager. You know? Like,
that's crazy.
The only time I quit for more than that was I had Lyme disease. I was basically like on a deathbed for 3 months.
Oh, you had it crazy.
Oh, dude, it was bad. In the first month, I didn't even know what was going on. Like, I mean, it was fucking bad. I couldn't even get out of bed, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's horrible, man.
And I didn't drink during that, but that was it.
Lyme's the weirdest shit, right? Because like you could get it and have that, or you can get it and you just like, you know.
Yeah.
Luckily last year, I literally, or in the last year and a half, I got Lyme, and another time I got bitten, got anaplasmosis from a fucking tick.
Really?
I
What
win
the
the
fuck is
tick.
anaplasmosis?
It's like another tick-borne illness.
Okay.
But both times I caught it. Like with Lyme, I had the red ring on my leg. It was like the next morning. Like I went to sleep. I know the tick wasn't there. I woke up, the tick was on me. And then the other one was like I was walking in the Freetown Forest when all the gyms were closed for COVID, and I got fucking anaplasmosis. Fucking
Jesus Christ.
fucking stupid.
I'd rather have COVID.
But I didn't get it like that. You know what I mean? And I know other people who have it so bad it's like neurological. It advanced to it can affect your brain and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's Lyme's a weird disease, man. A lot of people don't know about it. And if you're not on the East Coast or somewhere where there's a lot of ticks, like, and you got it here and then like go back to like fucking Utah or something, good luck.
Right.
'Cause they're gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, dude, that's what surprised me the most is we're in the fucking heart of Lyme disease, and I feel like still trying to
hard.
find medical care was still a fucking nightmare, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I was one of the lucky ones. Like I don't have any.
You weren't that
symptoms,
lucky.
like-
You were bedridden in fucking death's bed for fucking 3 months.
Well, I mean, lucky in the sense that like once it was over, it was over.
Yeah.
You know, like some people basically for life.
Yeah.
I mean, because it
can come back,
It's
yeah.
in your spinal cord your whole life. Like it's still there, you know.
Yeah.
But basically at rest. For some people, it doesn't rest. It's just you're fucked for life, man.
Or it can flare up like
Flare up,
frequently.
here and there. Like for me, this was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago now. So I know I'm not having any flare ups or anything. Like I'm in the clear. But dude, one of my friends had it when we were really young, and he was probably like 20 years old. He described it best. He couldn't even get out of bed and just decided to. It was just easier to shit in bed than to crawl to the bathroom.
Damn,
that's
that's
how
hard.
that's how fucking dead you feel, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't shit the bed, but I'm just saying, dude. It
It's
was
just like that's when you've just given
You
up
just
on
go,
life.
fuck it.
Fuck it. Shit the bed. That only happens when you're extremely drunk or when you have a bout of Lyme disease, right? You know,
Yeah,
fuck it.
yeah.
Or dementia or something. Like that. I don't want to get old and have dementia. I just want to get old enough where I can use dementia as an excuse to do fucking socially irresponsible thing, just as a joke. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, fucking, I got fucking dementia. Like, fucking jerk. Yeah, but yeah. So, what's been the hardest thing? Like, was it like, how's it going? Is it pretty smooth sailing now, or is there rough parts? Like, what was the hardest part of it?
for the most
Just for
part.
people who probably thinking about doing the same thing. Like, what would you tell somebody? You know?
I would tell somebody. So this is also something I'm trying to keep a secret because I feel like some people have it. I know a lot of people that have, you know, whatever, over the years and reached out. I don't really want to be the preachy guy and,
Yeah.
you know, because there's people I don't consider
Well,
myself.
we'll say it here so you don't got to say it to people in person.
Right. Yeah, we'll keep it a big secret right here at the table. I don't know, man. For me, I don't think it's as big of a deal as for some people. It's a real fucking problem. So I don't really want to. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to describe it, dude. I don't want to like. I feel like I'm just talking shit about it, you know. Let me just cut to the point. I would say the hardest part is just I don't know, man. The hardest it comes and goes in waves. Like fucking right now, dude. I want to drink down all those little mini
Yeah, you want
bottles.
me to take the shooters off the table?
No. I mean, you can leave them there, but I don't know. It comes in waves. Like in an hour or so from now, I ain't gonna be thinking about that.
Yeah.
But sometimes when it's in front of you, you're like, holy fuck, dude! Like you are just white knuckling, you know.
Yeah.
And then there's some situations like I went to a bunch of holiday parties and shit in the last month where I didn't give a fuck. I didn't want to drink at all. I don't even know how to describe it. For me, man, it just comes in and goes in waves.
So you don't really know what triggers it for you.
Dude, I don't know. Dude, there's times I'm just sitting at home alone and I'm like, I want a fucking Guinness so bad right now.
Yeah.
It's I don't know how to describe it for me, man. It just kind of comes and goes.
So how do you push through when it's when you're like looking at that bottle being like, fuck, dude, I want to fucking drink you right now.
Dude, I just think of all the bad shit that has come into my life because of alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had a lot of bad shit happen to me because of fucking alcohol,
Sure,
you know?
yeah.
It's I don't know, man. I just try and think of the worst times. That's really at least in my head, that's what I try to think about. Because if I think of the good times,
Yeah, it's easy to be like, oh,
Yeah.
that was fun. Yeah, no, I get it.
We'll see, man. You know, like I said, it's kind of like a self-experiment for me.
Cool.
Just trying to chase some goals, and I, you know, it sounds fucked up. Like I can't wait to get back to it, but there's a lot of times where I think like, man, maybe it's just better off I just don't ever fucking drink again.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm really playing this day by day.
Have you noticed an increase in productivity over the last 4 months?
I wouldn't say 4 months, but the last 2 months, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I was kind of still getting out of a fog that first month or so. Another thing I don't think you know is like I broke up with my girl. She moved out in this time period.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, dude, I feel like if I got through the holidays and I got through, like I'm living on my own now, like it's been such a crazy past few months. If I've gotten to this point right now, like it's all easy, man.
Yeah. You got through the crazy, yeah.
Yeah, as fucked up as the last few months were, I feel like nothing can stop me now, and I think it gets to this place in my head at least where I feel like I'd be letting myself down, like you're throwing away wasted time in a sense. Like I'm already 4 months in. Like if I have a drink now, I just threw away all that effort.
Yeah, now you got to hit reset.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm pretty fucking hell bent on that 1 year goal,
Well, and then
see
you're almost
where it
halfway
goes.
there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're over a third of the way there, right? You know?
Yeah. I passed the first quarter.
Yeah, first quarter. That's right.
Yeah.
Do my fractions.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I sound like a fucking crazy person just saying all this shit right now, I think, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I could offer any good advice for anyone except take it day by day.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, I think the important thing is, man, is, you know, and I'm not no therapist or any shit like that, but it's fucking respectful that you took an honest look at yourself for yourself and realized what you had to do and fucking pulled the trigger and started it. You know what I mean? Like, there's some motherfuckers out there that can, you know,
that could use that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, that are listening that we know or we don't know. You know what I mean? And so, you know, the fact that you were able to do that is a fucking powerful thing.
Yeah. I don't want to say it's the hardest thing I've ever done, but it's up there. And I'm hoping that I look back in a year from now and say it was the best decision I ever made.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah,
you know?
Or even if it wasn't the best decision you ever made, it was a fucking good decision.
Yeah.
Or a beneficial decision. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And
that was worthwhile. Yeah.
Correct. And I don't want to let myself down in a sense of like, if I look back on that year and I didn't at least accomplish or come close to accomplishing a lot of these things that I want to lay out there, I feel like I'll be really disappointed in myself. So it's really a big combination of everything, man. I don't know.
Yeah, because you ain't accountable to anyone else except yourself.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. At the end of the day, dude, you're standing alone.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's gonna fucking save you.
You're born alone, you die alone.
That's it, man.
There's motherfuckers that'll be with you to a certain point, but
right, and you can only reasonably expect your friends and family to do so much. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
exactly. Yeah.
You know, like I mean, I've basically kept a lot of this secret. Like, I mean, I've talked to you a few times. Like, a lot. I don't know, man. I try not to.
You want to be talking about this?
Yeah,
now?
I don't mind talking about it, but I'm just saying in a sense of like, I try not to burden people in my life with my fucking issues. You know what I mean? Like that's a fucking me problem, dude. You know, like, and I ultimately, I've always been pretty good about 100% accountability to myself. You know, you know,
which is refreshing, dude. Because I'm gonna say, man,
you know, I don't play the blame game. You know what I mean? And I feel like that shit goes on too much in this world today. Like, stop with the fucking. It's not my fault because of this. This whole fucking.
And not only that,
now,
man.
It's like,
I can't even sign. I don't even sign into Facebook. I post things on Instagram and have them post to Facebook too.
Right.
But if you look at Facebook, man, it's just so many people like, oh, woe is me.
Right,
like,
right.
Dude, I don't. It's like I'm not being a dick and I'm not being cold. Not that I don't care, but like, is that really what you want to be sharing with the fucking world, dude?
Right.
Or boohoo, you stubbed your toe. Fucking relax. Like, you got to post a picture of your fucking toe with a bruise on it. Come on, dude. Like, fucking suck it up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, handle your shit. Like, I try and use social media for business or like funny shit. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm going through shit, the last thing I want to do is fucking broadcast it to the fucking world and like. But I guess some people thrive off attention, however they get it, for whatever reason they get it. But I just don't understand that, you know. But maybe I'm wired different, you know what I mean? But it's refreshing that you're like that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
More people need to handle their own shit. And, you know, obviously there's a core group of people, like, confide in your family and your friends, but, like, why are you broadcasting half this bullshit to the fucking world, dude? Like, damn, it's no one's business. Like, you know what I mean? Like I hate reading shit. I'm like, this ain't my business. Like, why are you talking about this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's weird, man.
Yes, a lot of people I think do use it as an attention grab, and
Yeah.
it's one thing that I've always tried to keep as tight as I could about, like, within reason. You know, every now and then I'll throw some personal life shit out there.
Of course, yeah. No, yeah,
but never like that attention-y kind of shit, and generally nothing with my family.
Yeah.
You know, I try and keep it kind of tight.
Sure.
Because, goddamn, dude, it's amazing what some people put out on the fucking internet.
People got no shame.
Jesus Christ,
or no even, like, cognizance of what they're putting out there, man. Like,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like when you're typing that, like, are you going to look back in fucking 5 years from now and, like, not regret the fucking stupid shit you're putting out there?
Because that shit don't go away.
No.
It's on there forever. Like, you can delete it, but someone can go to that, like, internet search engine where they show you a website from, like, you could say, show me this website from 4 years ago.
Right.
It's there. It's cataloged. It's never, like, completely gone.
Right. Or you know, you don't know who the fuck is screenshotting shit fucking.
Like, you got a job, motherfucker? People at your work see this? You know?
Exactly.
It's fucking crazy.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Fucking all these OnlyFans teachers and shit.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Man, if I would have had some money and known before fucking COVID that, like, OnlyFans would have been the biggest investment you could have made, dude. Like, that shit's fucking crazy. I don't even know if it generates money. I don't.
Dude, there's some girls
I don't
getting pretty
subscribe to
wealthy.
that. But, like, that's just fucking bananas, dude. Like, that's like everybody's got fucking OnlyFans page.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck can even be on there? Like, I've never been, and I'm not saying that, like, whatever, but, like, I got no reason to go to that fucking site. Like, and I don't understand why people pay for that. Like, if you want to look, and even if you wanted to look at porn, there's so much free shit in the world. Like, what would attract you to paying for some fucking idiot that lives down the street their OnlyFans page? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just the old dude out of touch.
No, I think it's incredible, man. Like, I think it's.
But hey,
fucking,
if you're making fucking money off it, dumb people fucking subscribing to shit, fucking more power to you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Like,
I think it's fucking rad that these girls can make all this money, but it's, on the other hand, it's fucking pathetic that people are paying just to see, like, whatever the fuck they're seeing. I don't know, but, like, what could possibly be fucking on there to generate $1 billion industry?
yeah. But, you know, the sad thing is, man, you know, maybe it's the new world, right, where people don't connect in real life as much and they connect through social media or whatever, and that's just an extension of it. And, like, you know, I don't know. I feel like, all right, I met a lot of cool people on the internet.
Yeah.
But I don't ever consider them real friends until we've hung out in person, right?
Right.
So, you know, obviously you got shared interests. You're going to run into someone online somewhere sooner, you know what I mean? And then be like, oh, you going to Mom Tried? Yeah, all right, fucking meet up. We'll have a fucking drink or whatever, you know, drink of whatever it is, you know?
Right.
Don't disrespect, right? But, you know, like, fucking, yeah, meet up, fucking hang out, you know what I mean? And you meet up and then that dude becomes your homeboy, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's cool. Or not, like, you know, dude's annoying, you know what I mean? And you bounce, you know what I mean? But, and then once you have a real, that's not, like, I don't know. And maybe virtual online shit is real connections to people that grew up with that. But I feel like real fucking friendships and stuff are forged by, like, getting into some shit, you know what I mean? And, like, bonds are really formed when you, like, overcome
Shared
some
experience.
adversity or some fucking bullshit, kind of bar fight or a fucking street fight or fucking whatever, overcame some bullshit, you know what I mean, together. Like, and then that's who you're going to be tightest with, like, not someone you fucking play fucking Call of Duty online with, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, you know, maybe it is the same, I don't know, you know what I mean? It's
It
crazy.
ain't the same, man. Nobody's gonna fucking convince me otherwise either.
Yeah,
It's just not the same,
Yeah.
you know? I don't think, like you said, there's nothing wrong with meeting people. I meet people online now, especially with this fucking podcast. That's where a lot of it starts.
Of course, yeah.
But, like, until you have that real life shared experience, it just is what it is. It's just it's an online relationship at that point. You know? It's cool, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I just don't think that online, whatever kind of relationship is as strong or real as, like, in-person real life shit.
No, it never will be. It is what it is. I don't know. So let's pick the next group to bash.
All right. Yeah. all these fucking 20-year-olds like, fuck these old fucking faggots. No, they're not saying that.
I don't think they use that word.
Yeah, it's a banned word. And when I say it, and I'm not even going to put the fucking disclosure out there that we're not really bashing people that are homosexual. Like, you don't, if you have to like fucking discern between that, like I got three gay friends that'll come out right now and be like, no, fuck you, faggot. You know what I mean?
Right.
They'll say it. You know what I mean? Fuck it. You know what I mean? But whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So what corporate sponsor did we piss off now? Like, I'm not worried about the listeners. I'm worried about the people that are going to pay us because 2023, me and Rob are getting paid.
I can tell you this, man. I'm going to have to retract that email that I sent out to Harley earlier today.
Yeah. Did you send him one?
No,
yeah,
dude.
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe
nah, dude, they're never gonna fuck with me, dude.
No. They need a 25-year-old fucking demographic guy that is gonna fit into whatever lifestyle they're trying to co-opt and fucking push and act like they're part of.
Right. I can tell you this,
Harley,
like,
not the person.
Like our mutual friend that we were talking about before. If they haven't fucked with him, like they're never gonna fuck with us, dude.
That dude's the realest of the real in that world of adventure touring.
If they won't have nothing to do with him, like, dude, we're out.
Yeah. But whatever. It's like, isn't it so fucking weird though? And I know me and you probably talked about it. I know it's been on this podcast before, but like how Harley's like, fuck, man, they got you though. Like they're the company you hate, but you also
I still got a garage full of their bikes. You know?
I got fucking
looking at a dozen
40
of them
in here, right now. Like, you know what I mean? But damn, dude, like, be fucking cool, man. Fucking fire the fucking suits and fucking get back in the fucking touch, Willie. That motherfucker was never in touch. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck, but you know what I mean? Like, he's fucking son of somebody. You know what I mean? But whatever.
I don't know, dude. I'll say this, man. Shout out to Bare Knuckle Paul. I know he stands behind all this shit that we're saying.
Yeah.
Hit him up, man. BareKnucklePerformance.com. Him and you actually are the only two guys I know. Paul is very pro-American. All of his manufacturing, 100%. His hardware, everything you buy from him is 100% American made. He even tries to source all of his actual raw materials.
Yeah,
all American made.
Yeah, man.
But
it's tough to do.
It is. It's very difficult. But you and him are the only ones I know also that even their apparel is American made.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, goddamn, dude, where do you see that?
It's hard.
That's awesome.
And for the record, and I'm not trying to gather any points here, like I sell my shirts for $20. They're on American made shirts that cost 3 times as much as shirts that dudes are selling for $30 that are on some fucking Guild and Trash fucking shirts. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Yep. Same with Paul. He's selling his, I think 20 or $25, you know?
Motorcycle shop that has some cool shirts. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we're not a lifestyle company. I would say it was a fucking lifestyle. We're not the lifestyle company. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But yeah, man, it's tough. And I wish not every piece of apparel is American made because it's hard to source some shit. Like, I can't find an affordable sweatshirt.
Okay.
And there's no one that makes an affordable trucker hat. You know what I mean? But all the T-shirts, all the men's T-shirts are 100% on Bayside American-made T-shirts.
Yeah, that's awesome. And their quality is fucking top-notch. It's not like you're sacrificing quality to get in at that price point. They're high-quality shirts.
Yeah, but the problem is they're not like that slim cut that everyone likes now. They're just regular-ass T-shirts.
Right.
Yeah. So...
Fuck it.
Sorry, dude.
Fuck you and your skinny jeans.
Yeah.
What do you think about skinny jeans?
Do I look like I even think about skinny jeans? Like, no, I don't think nothing about it. Like, I can't imagine. It's crazy to me that there's dudes that exchange fucking clothes with their chicks. Like,
no.
Yeah, dude.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah. In the motorcycle world.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Whatever.
What the fuck?
Good for you, little dude. I don't know. What else? What are we just doing today? We're just fucking alienate motherfuckers.
Everyone.
We're on a warpath today. This is the warpath episode. But this is what happens when you don't have a set plan.
No.
Just talk shit.
That's it. Yeah. Or when you're cancel proof, dude. There's no,
Yeah, but you're,
Nobody's steering the ship here.
there's nobody. Yeah, nobody steering the ship except ourselves. And like, I don't think. Although what I do, just as a joke, like kind of as a joke, but like just as an experiment, I would say more an experiment. Like certain times I'll like post something on Instagram, and I don't give a shit about follower counts or anything. I really don't.
Right.
But I'll look at how many people I have following me, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna post this, and I'm gonna check tomorrow what's up. Oh, I lost 25 on that one. I'm like, who are those 25 motherfuckers? You don't know me by now?
Yeah.
Like, what are you following me for? You know what I mean? Like, I just do it as a joke. You know what I mean? It's like funny to me. You know?
Yeah.
I'm not purposely trying to alienate anyone, but I'll post something. You know, that's like, and it's nothing like offensive. It'll just be like some fucking truth. You know what I mean? And it's like, all right, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. You know what I mean?
I don't even know what the hell I did at one time. I lost like 200 or 300 followers one time.
Wow, you did something serious. I never did nothing that bad. Yeah.
I don't even know what it was though. To this day, there was
Oh,
like
no, you know
2 week
what?
period that there was just followers dropping off.
Was this a couple years ago?
Maybe a year and a half.
I think what happened was like, because sometimes you get like fake accounts or like robots and stuff that like troll and just add people, and then every now and then they purge some of them.
Okay. That's probably
That might have
because
what
I
happened.
remember thinking, I'm like, dude, I try to keep it like cleanish.
Yeah,
If I do anything offensive, I usually put it in my story so it's gone 24 hours later.
You
You
can't
know?
be held to,
Yeah. I get every now and then. I'll get people that write messages that
Do people get
say
pissed
they're
when-
offended. Oh yeah.
Do people get pissed when you post like the hunting pictures?
I wouldn't say pissed, but
Upset?
sometimes they're upset. But I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't really give a fuck. You know, it's like
That's the cleanest eating there is.
you know. I'll tell you what pisses me off, man, with the hunting thing, is people get offended if I post a picture with like a deer or an elk or something, right? Like they call it a grip and grin. You know, if you're,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. But you got motherfuckers that go fishing that are holding this fish up and like, you know, parading it around. Like, dude, what if I did that with a deer? Like, fucking hold it over my head, like,
Yeah.
you know, or you know, whatever, like, you know, and it's like, you know, nobody gets offended at that, but when it's a fucking furry animal, people get all fucking offended.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's like, you know, fish. You know, just 'cause
What's the
it's-
worst though is like I can understand people who are vegetarian or vegan getting offended. It's the worst when it's a meat eater. Like, where do you think your fucking meat comes from? It's like that's way cleaner than buying some shit at the grocery store that was factory fucking farmed in a fucking miserable environment where they're fucking held in stalls like 2 feet from, you know, not even 2 feet from each other, but like 2 feet wide for a fucking cow. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you. Like, I always try, like I said, like where I try and put my money where my mouth is with like the American made shirts, like whenever 100% possible, I buy grass fed, fucking free range fucking meat, you know? And I know it's not, you know, I'm not doing it for like, oh, look at me, or peacocking about it, but it's just like, literally, dude, we have to support that shit. You know what I mean? Because that, you know, like you want GMO and fucking steroid meat? Like you want your kids eating that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a step above McDonald's, but it ain't fucking far. Like, you know what I mean? And you want to support miserable fucking farming practices and like, you know, like, nah, dude, like if I'm gonna eat steak, I will buy a grass-fed steak. It's more money. So I don't eat it as much, you know what I mean? But like that, sometimes you can't control if you're at a restaurant. You don't know what the fuck shit is, right?
Right.
But if I'm at home and I'm buying stuff for myself, I always do it. And there's actually like a place right up the road where they have free-range cows and they're out there and they
like a local farm. You're supporting a local farm.
and they will every now and then like process a cow and sell the meat off. You can go there and order like half a cow. Like I don't have the big freezers for that, but they'll also like vacuum seal like steaks and
that's the way to do it.
and
Man.
I'll buy it from them. And you know it's so crazy how meat looks that's real versus like grocery store meat.
Yep.
Like you're like, that don't even look the same. Like,
No.
you know, like fucking deep fucking purplish red, you know what I mean? Not fucking pink, you know what I mean? Like fucking.
Yeah. Well, like you said too, it's you know, the literally the worst people are the ones that are fucking stuffing their face with a cheeseburger, getting mad at you because you just killed your fucking animal. It's like,
and you and you and your family or whoever are going to eat that for like fucking 6 months.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. That's in. I mean, I eat meat when I go out and shit, but in my house, I don't buy anything store fed. Everything is what I kill.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, the person that's getting down on you for doing that.
That animal led
it's
a
like,
natural life, like in, you know,
That's it. Just roamed around until I got it, you know?
And if you didn't get it,
Something else would.
coyote or something would. You know what I mean?
Eat it alive.
Would you rather that deer get killed with a clean shot or fucking mauled and eaten alive by a fucking coyote?
Yeah.
What's cooler? What's more humane?
Dude, you know what? You know, it's like gives people a perspective. That Instagram account, Nature is Metal.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
Dude, I mean, that's how animals die. People think like, oh yeah, they get a clean death and like they get chomped in the neck by a bear or something. It's like, no, dude, that bear is just gonna start eating its guts out while it's alive.
Yeah.
And it's just alive for half of its fucking death.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking nuts, dude. But yeah, I mean, either way, you're killing an animal with your credit card.
Yeah.
You know, like someone's fucking killing that steak.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I don't know. That is the worst when someone who's fucking stuffing their face with meat is trying to get down on you for trying to do something like more noble, you know,
exactly.
or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it is what it is, man.
yeah.
What else, man?
I don't know.
We're like an hour and 15 into this, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to just wrap it?
We could. I mean, do
you have one other person you want to offend?
Nah.
A quick
good
like
for today.
quick like fuck vegans in there or something?
No, I don't give a shit. I mean, I firmly believe that you can get tested and find out what foods agree with you and what don't, and what are going to be better for you and what are not.
Dude, I want to do that.
Some people thrive on a vegan diet. Some people are going to die.
Right.
And the same thing goes with that
carbs or
or whatever diet. Like, you know, like I don't slam anybody, but if you're a vegan and if you're a vegan and the bulk of your diet is processed fucking meat products that aren't meat, like fake meat.
Yeah, soy products
But like if you ever look at what those products contain.
Oh, dude, you probably can't pronounce a single
ingredient. What's the point
ingredient.
of being vegan? Because you're eating so much garbage anyway. Like, I get it if you're eating vegan because you want to eat clean.
Right,
You know what I mean? Or whatever your diet is. But, like, people in research, it's fucking crazy that Europe has better standards than us on food. Like, half the food that is in America right now, you could not even legally sell in Europe. Like, if you look at the ingredients on a bowl of fucking cornflakes in England and you look at it in America, it's like half the ingredients. And you look at the ingredients like corn, cane sugar, blah, 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 blah. There's no like monohydro shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like they don't let you do that. Like we got corporate. The biggest problem in America is like these huge fucking crazy corporations that are influencing fucking government on all levels. You know what I mean? And like getting shit passed, like and getting away with shit that you can't get away with in other countries that are like. And I'm not putting U.S. versus America. I'm just talking about we were talking about food and stuff like.
Right.
But like, it's hard, the American diet, unless you're going and getting organic shit, and even organic is a fucking scam. Like when you really
a lot of
look
that
into
packaging,
the packaging is like there's like little. You have to like look at codes and know what you're fucking looking at. You know what I mean? It's fucking hard, man. Like you know, so like if you have local farms that are non-GMO and non-fucking whatever, support that shit. Like, and I know if you live in a city, it's going to be hard, but like you know wherever you are, like try and fucking get away. Like processed food is what's killing America more than anything, dude.
100%.
And we're all guilty. Like if I'm on a road trip, like sometimes you can't stop. Like I get it, you know what I mean. But like, you know, like, but that shit's fucking bananas, dude. Like it's and we as a people we just have to be more aware and accountable and hold fucking politicians accountable because right now we give all the power to fucking lobbyists and big corporations. They're the ones fucking running the show. Like you know. What I mean?
Well, also a lot of these, a lot of big pharma owns a lot of our food industry.
Well, that's what I mean.
It's not even in their interest to fucking keep us healthy.
It's not in big pharma's interest to keep you healthy because they want to keep you buying their fucking product. That's why when you go to the doctor, they cure the symptom, not the problem. Like, you're sick. Oh, you got congestion. Here's a pill for the congestion. That's not curing your illness. That's just curing your fucking snot and your fucking, your fucking post-nasal drip. It's not curing the actual illness. Like we don't look at that. It's fucking bananas, dude.
Right.
But yeah. We starting another podcast right now because I'm all fucking fired up and everything. I know you got like fucking 4 more to do tonight, and I gotta go soon anyway too. But yeah, man. So make sure you subscribe wherever you go to podcasts. Make sure you like the podcast. Well, primarily subscribe to it. And then if you subscribe, make sure you hit the like button or the heart button or the bell or whatever it is on whatever platform you listen to, and leave a review. Big Truth Podcast, Crazy Gentleman Podcast. You know, we're fucking thick as thieves. That's why we're doing a mashup collabo. You're going to hear it on both platforms. You're going to hear it on my show. You're going to hear it on his show. It's going to be the same exact podcast. Listen to it twice so we both get the fucking downloads of the both listens. You know what I mean? But this will be a good way for us to gauge, man. We'll look at the numbers, like look at like the 3 episodes prior, then look at this. And if it's a significant drop, we'll know that we have a lot of shared listeners because they only listened on one of the platforms.
You know, one thing I never looked at was my ratings. Like we've been talking, like I don't know what the fucking deal is, like with the stars and the search engine, whatever. But I can't wait to see what the reviews say after this episode.
Yeah.
There's probably going to be some people angry at it. You know?
Yeah, whatever.
But whatever. I'm just going to be more entertained by it.
Yeah.
They were mean. They offended me.
Yeah.
You know?
If you got offended by anything in here, just know nothing was a personal attack.
No.
Fucking,
Always.
you know, fucking get a little fucking fan, blow the sand out of your fucking panties, and fucking get some thick skin because, you know, like, here's the thing about ball busting, right? Is like if you roll the punches, you'll have the best time of your life. If you get all upset, you're gonna have the worst time of your life, right?
Right.
Just get some thick skin, man. Like no one's fucking attacking you. But anyway, probably just offended some people with that justification or whatever. But whatever. Whatever. Followers come and go.
Yeah. Nah, it's like I don't know, man. Like I don't know. Whatever.
It's just literally like some of these worlds were like the last bastion where like word is bond, honor, integrity, things like meant something.
I think
it
it's
still
like,
does to me. And I know there's a lot of people that it still means a lot to. Like, so like I'm in no way coming down on anybody. It's just, you know, the people that take advantage, the little snakes, the little passive aggressive, like little weaselly motherfuckers, like fucking kick them out. Get them, get lost.
I just look at it like, I don't know, if people get offended, I'm like, you know what? Fuck them. If I had good intentions, and I'm just trying to fucking make a joke or whatever. Yeah. It's like, I'm done. Yeah, I just can't give a fuck, dude.
Cancel proof, man. Because most of our listeners aren't going to cancel us. And
that's like, I'm not out there trying to offend people. We're just speaking our fucking minds, you know? It's like, I'm not really hating on anybody.
No.
It's like, fuck it. If you don't got thick enough skin, oh, well, I guess we're not hanging out.
It's your problem, yeah. Fight me at a show. If you're that upset.
Right.
It's cool. It's cool.
You could fight. He's not going back to the show anyway. They're going to kick him out, you know.
Oh, yeah. Nah, I don't get kicked out no more. I just don't get invited back.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, man. Well, fuck yeah, dude. Like, did anything else? Anything we didn't touch on?
Not really. I don't know. I'll see you around.
There's a lot of good fucking podcasts out there. Listen to Low Life. Listen to Fast Lane. Listen to
Danger Dan.
He's got the most entertaining story because that motherfucker's on the road fucking 8 months out of the year.
Yeah, dude, he's living it, man. Yeah. He is fucking living it. I feel like there's another good podcast I could give a shout out to.
There's so many. And if I didn't, it's just I'm drawing fucking blanks right now.
Yeah.
And if you like weird shit, check out my man fucking Chris Garantano's Off to the Witch. He's got a lot of weird good shit on there. He was just on the podcast a couple of episodes ago. He's got a good one. I don't know. Shout out to everyone with a podcast.
There you go.
There's fucking 10 million of them.
Yeah, everyone's got them now.
Yeah, no, I know. But yeah, no, there's a lot of good. I'm just trying to give shout outs to some of the motorcycle related ones, you know?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like some ones I know personally, you know? I mean,
well, that's that too. Yeah, that too.
I don't know, man. Some personal ones there. I don't know.
Oh, wait, are you doing the Sportster off-road run this year?
Yeah.
You getting a bike ready? Are you gonna use the same bike?
I'm gonna use the same bike, but I gotta fix it. You know, it's all twisted up. But definitely. Fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah, Tim just put the dates out there.
Yeah, Tim hit me up a little bit before. He's like, hey, just a heads up, these are gonna be the dates. And I'm like,
you gonna do it?
I don't know. If I got time, man.
Come on.
No. Dude, I've been thinking about like really just because of the Pan America fucking letdown, I'm just gonna go buy a fucking $2,000 KLR, dude, and fucking get on some back roads.
Yeah.
See, I didn't grow up like like with dirt bikes and shit. So I haven't ridden much dirt. So I want to get some experience on that.
Oh yeah, you should definitely go for. You know what's a good bike you could get into for fairly cheap, and it's a killer performer. Is that Yamaha Tenere?
Okay, I don't know too much about them.
Yeah, my friend out in Colorado has one. He fucking swears by it, dude.
Yeah.
And everyone I've talked to that has like ridden them in the past, they say it'll compete with any of these bikes, the BMWs, the Pan America.
Yeah.
And it's half the price.
Yeah, and it's good on and off.
Yeah, killer.
Yeah. Because I feel like with an on-off-road bike, like, you're sacrificing one. You know, some a little bit better at street, some are a little bit more dirt-oriented.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, this one supposedly just does it all, man.
Oh, that's cool.
For half the fucking price.
Yeah, man. Cool. Gotta look into that. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. And you know what? Shout out to Bear. I know he doesn't do a podcast, but he does that cool fucking ride out. Like, he does all that adventure, the motorcycle Sherpa stuff with all those rides out to like fucking Tibet and Nepal and all that shit, and fucking India. And
so I didn't really want to speak out of turn, but yeah, we're supposed to be doing that in September.
Cool.
That's also I think that's when I'm gonna drink on my I should be there on my 40th birthday on a motorcycle Sherpa trip. I'm waiting for the what's going on. I just spoke to Tim a few days ago about it. He's kind of like,
man, maybe that's the one I'll go on, because he's been asking me to go on one. Dude, maybe I'll do it.
You should jump in on that.
And we'll drink some fucking.
Are you friends with Cool Beans? Cool Beans Chris?
No.
Oh, dude, he's gonna be on that one too. It's gonna be such a good time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll drink some.
Yeah.
We have to drink out of a skull.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. So then we'll do another mashup podcast. We'll do one from the road. We'll use your Zoom there.
Oh fuck yeah. Yeah. I plan on doing some podcasting out there for sure. If you're on there, we'll be fucking rolling, dude.
Do some idiot shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I don't fall off that fucking bridge, dude, fucking. I don't like heights, so I'm gonna be like fucking. I'm gonna be like the whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I'll be fucking.
I ain't scared of much. Dude. I walk through any neighborhood. I whatever. I just don't like heights.
Yeah.
I get vertigo. That's why I get all like. So that bridge is gonna be fucking.
It's gonna be a tough one.
It's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah.
We're talking about the suspension bridges that go through these like fucking gorges that are fucking like
a fucking 2 miles high.
Yeah, 2 miles high. Like you're on this rickety little bridge, and the motherfuckers are just walking down the bridge, and they don't give a fuck about you, and that you're on a bike. Like they don't get out of the way and shit. Like
yeah, dude's got like 100-pound basket on his fucking head.
Yeah. Fucking crazy. All right. Well, till the next time. All right, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment on because that really just helps the shows grow, because it brings it up in the algorithms, and share with all your fucking friends. You know what I mean? Like, come on, give us some love. You know what I mean? We give you this content for free.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hit it up, man.
All right.